Morning, folks. This will be the response to The Ego and Its Own, Social Liberalism. Not much to say about this chapter that wasn't said last chapter, except now instead of liberalism, it is now socialism, or egalitarianism, broadly understood. I will say, I like that Stirner focuses on the labor facet of socialist slash communist theory, which you would think would be the bulk of the theory, but as communism and socialism have morphed over time, they have strayed away from their original foundation, which was the laborer, unpressed under the heel of capital. Stirner, I think, adequately shows how the liberal opposition to the traditional order under monarchy and aristocracy is mirrored in opposition to property by the social liberals, will say. One's liberty for property and the other's liberty from property, in a sense. It goes to show how the politics of oppression can take many different forms when you find that your own assumptions about the world are non-negotiable and self-evident and self-apparent axioms. And then, of course, anyone who disagrees with them is simply place themselves in opposition to your very welfare. The main difference, though, seems to be that with socialism you have the commonality, as Stirner points out, which emphasizes the application of the individual to the community and to the common group. It's extremely different from the political liberalism of the last chapter, which emphasized independence from the group, or at least independence of natural rights from the group. But once again, we're dealing with another liberal ideology, and like all liberalism, it is mainly a negative ideology. So with political liberalism, it's a negation of states that do not respect certain freedoms. And with socialism, social liberalism, it's a negation of capitalist property rights. Once again, egoism can quite easily supplant these ideologies in the minds. Like, I guess one of the names I should mention here would be Ben Tucker, would be a prominent example of a classical liberal who became an egoist. And if egoism was more widely known, it would probably turn more liberals, convert more liberals, because it is once again a sufficient ideology, whereas most other liberalism, whether we're talking about political or social liberalism, does not have any sort of core or doesn't posit a core belief that insists upon its own existence, like the ego does, and like God does. Alright, rounding off the chapter on liberalism in the next portion of this series. See you guys next time.